Hello, welcome to the Dolor Factor. I'm Delia Dolor. I didn't know that we would be sitting here at the Rodney Bay Marina doing a show on a Saturday for a show that's going to be airing the very next day. So before we do anything at all, I want to thank all those people who made this very moment possible, and they know who they are. And of course, first of all, I have to say to the people behind the cameras, thank you so very much. Before the show even took place, there was so much speculation online, through phone calls, as to why the Dolor Factor wanted to air this. This show is about the accounts of the Dolor Factor team. It is about the people in Dominica who helped us. It is about our families in St. Lucia who helped us. It is not about anything else. The aim is to let you, the audience, come to your own conclusions as to how certain situations could have been avoided, how they could have been enhanced, how perhaps certain procedures and protocols should be perhaps reviewed, and how, if there's anyone else out there who's been through the Dominica episode or any other traumatic episode, how perhaps they should seek help, and to recognize the signs that you should seek help. This program in its own way is slightly disjointed because one of our team members, Michael Joseph, couldn't be with us. And so he recorded his account. So you may hear a repetition somewhere along the line, but that's not a bad thing, because you're going to hear his own personal account, and also hearing it again will reinforce some of the things that we actually went through. So to start the show off, I have one of the other team members with me. You will see and hear from Michael. You will also hear from my husband, who was very, one of the people who had to help us out and did help us out, and also my daughter in the UK. You'll also see some images which are exclusive to the Dolor Factor team, because believe you me, we really wasn't in the mood to do anything, and Bernice took the majority of the pictures in her iPhone, so I apologize now if you're expecting glossy images. You're going to just see exactly what it was like. And the other thing I would like to say, and which is one of the reasons I would like to say thank you again to the production team now, is the Dolor Factor, we lost absolutely everything, our cameras, our tripods, our everything, our lavaliers, everything. So we have absolutely nothing. It's all buried in Dominica. So to those who say this is a publicity stunt because Dolor Factor want to increase our viewers, we don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. What we want to do today is to let you know what happened to us, and also to look in the way forward in terms of how, if someone else is in a similar situation or has been there, what they can do. One of our guests on the show is someone who talks about life coaching, and in my hour of need I rang her and I explained to her what I was feeling, and she said, oh no, don't jack this all in, let's talk. And in talking to her, I realized the show is also about providing solutions, so that's what we're going to do. So thank you again for joining us. With me to start the show is Bernice Seeley. Bernice and I have known each other for a very long time. Yes. Mac, of course, provides the makeup for the show, and I met Bernice at the Mac store, and she would make me up, and we remained friends.
Yes.
So when we were going to Dominica, our resident makeup person, Hannah Daniel, unfortunately was off island, and so I said to Hannah, there's one person I want to ask to bring with us. It's Bernice. Are you okay? She was like, great, wonderful. And so I called Bernice, and we very excitedly got ourselves together. We went home, we looked at our outfits and our makeup, and we were so excited to go to Dominica to bring our season of the Dolor Factor at Jungle Bay in Dominica. So we're home now, Bernice.
Yes, thank God for that.
How are you feeling?
Well, I'm still having sleepless nights, and sometimes I'm in and out, like especially with my mood. Sometimes I really want to be by myself. I cry a lot, So sad that what we've been through. It wasn't easy,
And when you got home, what kind of reception did you get? What did you hear was happening?
That a lot of people lost their homes. That some died. Yeah.
What did they say to you about you?
Nothing at all. I never heard that any St. Lucian make it alive or anything that they never even spoke about there was any St. Lucians there. All what I heard is like Dominican and they're trying to help them and stuff like that. Nothing about St. Lucians.
How did that make you feel?
Really bad, you know, sad.
For our viewers, I'd like to start with Bernice telling you what happened, and we'll just take it from there. So, Bernice, wherever you'd like to start.
Okay. What the day the rain started at 2 in the morning, and we were in our rooms. I was in my room, and it was pouring really heavy. So I was just there. I couldn't sleep because I was scared. And then around like 5, the maintenance guy came up banging on my door and said like, get out, get out. So I told him if I can take anything. He said, no, we don't have the time for that. And so then I rushed out. I didn't take anything. And then I was like, Delia, did you call? And then he said, yes, you're already on the bus. Then Michael, and then we left, we rushed, and then we came on the shuttle. And then a few minutes after we reached at the reception area, everybody was there. Then we just heard like everything fell. Our rooms was destroyed and stuff like that. And everybody was like afraid, and they took the electricity. There was no service. Then we wanted to call our family. Like they said, they have no service. We could get in touch with anybody. And that's one of the things that
that brings us to another
Yes.
thought. But I'd like to share with the viewers my account. It was around that time. It was about 11 o'clock. In fact, the night before, we were having dinner together. It was a wonderful evening.
Yes, we were having dinner.
We had recorded one of the performers who we had interviewed. There was no rain.
No rain.
It was just a great evening. And I said to Michael, who does our camera, that since we were going to be picked up from the restaurant the next morning and his cottage was next to the restaurant, we just leave the equipment with him.
Yes,
so it'd be
said
easier
that.
because I was on the mountain, I was at the top and he was on the flat. And we left it at that. Went to bed around 11 o'clock. It seemed fine. Around 1 o'clock I woke up. There was thunder and lightning and lots of rain. And I'm thinking, that's a lot of rain. But I went to bed and I think I sent a WhatsApp message to my daughter because she's in England, so it's about 5 hours ahead. So I knew it was early morning, and I said to her, things are a bit unsettling here and you're on my mind, and I just had a bad dream about her. So I said, I've just had a bad dream about you, and things are a bit unsettled here, but I'll get in touch with you later. And I went back to sleep, but I couldn't sleep because there's so much rain and water, and the lightning was just so strong. I was tossing and turning, and then I started thinking about the lightning. I was thinking the lightning's coming into the room, and I remember being young and they said you must stay away from lightning. So I went onto my phone and I googled lightning, and I sent a message to my husband and I said to him, things are really bad here. I'm kind of getting scared. I don't understand what's happening. But I thought, okay, the electricity is on, the signal is on, so it's just one of those things, it's rain. I lay there for a while and I tossed and turned, and then I thought, no. Then I heard a knocking, knock. I'm thinking, I remember underneath the pillars, everything is clear. There's nothing under there. So where am I hearing the knocking? And then I looked at the clock radio, and there was no light. There was no light from the clock radio, and I realized then no electricity. And I panicked. I thought, no electricity. This is serious. And then I heard the knock, and then I just felt like I just felt the cottage like slanting, and it still didn't. I don't know. All I registered was I need to pick up my computer, and I picked up my computer and I was going to the door, and then I heard the guy screaming, get out, get out, landslide, get out. And I was reaching across to my passport because I knew my passport, so I was like there and there. And as I stepped to open the door, the thing just, and I'm in the cottage, and In about 3 seconds, I saw my life just going. When we come back, I will continue the story, so please stay with us.